Thanks so much for tuning in again with us this week. I'm your host, Misty, and this is
Tamara.
and we are the ladies of the MILF Ticket podcast, where we are real women, real
Real
talk.
Real raw, period. Ooh, should I do real raw? We're missing Mercedes this week, but that's okay. The girls still wanted to get together. The holidays are upon us. People are traveling. There are things going on. But Misty and I are dedicated to the cause. So we are here to put out an episode for the week. What do you know,
Got
Misty?
it. You got it. Well, this topic is all about soft girl energy and the attraction guide to soft girl energy. So we want to talk about that.
Yes, this is something me and Misty has been very, very passionate about for a very long time. Just in our own personal lives, we've noticed how we attract things and just how we show up to attract things. And so I'm excited to talk about this with you.
Me too.
This has been a thing for us.
Me too. We're diving into something that black women need to claim more often, and that's soft girl energy. Not just for looks, okay? Not just for looks, but for attracting the right energy, the right men, and opportunities. All of it.
Absolutely. And so, just to kind of clear the air, we are not saying that soft means weak. Calm doesn't mean that you're boring. None of those things. And being easy to be around doesn't mean that you let people walk all over you. That's not what we're saying at all. We are just saying how to soften yourself to be more attractive.
That is absolutely true. So I just want to dig in by saying, when you hear soft girl energy, what's your first thought?
That's a good question. I feel like if you would have asked me this 10 years ago, it's taking permission to like take days off.
Yeah.
It's warm baths. It's being around people who appreciate and give you space to like not have to elevate or, extend yourself. To me, it's curating a life that allows you to just be. What do you hear when you hear soft girl life?
Uh, when I hear soft girl life, all I can think about is truly basking and living, you know, effortlessly in your femininity. And to me, femininity is ease. Everything
Yes.
being with ease.
Yes.
So they laugh at me because I take my time. With
What?
things.
No, she take your time, her time, anybody goddamn time. Okay, Misty's taking the time. Okay, tell them what you do, Misty, to take your time.
So I be spending
Talk
time
about
with
it.
myself.
She spent good time with herself. Okay,
Yes.
Explain what that looks like.
That looks like to me before I go to any engagement, before I spend time with any friends, that moment to myself when it comes to that hot bath, oiling myself up, sitting in front of my vanity, really speaking affirmations to myself, really loving myself and bringing myself into formation to actually be in the midst of other people's company. I try to ensure that my energy is at its softest when it's time for me to mingle with other people. So to me, when I hear soft girl energy, that means just truly having a life of ease and doing everything slow, because I feel like we need to slow things down in order to be our softest selves.
But that came with intention, right? I feel like you've experienced enough just through life where you have not had the space to just pour into Misty,
Yeah.
where you could just slow down and decide, like, I'm taking moments for just myself. I'm literally easing my way into things. And
Yeah.
so you've realized that to be your best self and to show up to be the best Misty that people are going to experience, that you're not willing to rush into things. And I really do love that. I think that it's an amazing space to be in.
Yeah, I just need to be on time.
Yeah, no, baby ain't gonna be on time for nothing, okay? Nothing.
I was actually early today. But do you think men are intimidated by soft girl energy, or when they hear soft girl energy or soft life?
I think the wrong men are intimidated by that because all they hear is that they have to finance something. I feel like the wrong man, when he hears that term, he hears spa and vacation and
Flowers.
Like literally, all he hears is finances. Like that, they'll be all that he would have to do is just finance this lifestyle. But then there are men who I feel like genuinely understands that their woman being happy, and I know happy wife, happy life, do whatever you want with that phrase.
Certainly.
But I do think women set the tone for the house. If they wake up in a good mood, if they are, not rushing, if they have the space to curate an environment, I think that they take that and run with it.
Yeah.
And so the right man isn't intimidated by that. He is motivated to make sure that he's creating an environment to give his woman a soft space to land. But I do think it can be irresponsibly placed with the wrong people. What do you think?
I do. I'm going to second what you said about certain men being intimidated by that. I do. I feel like certain men think that we need to work twice as hard as their mamas did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And that's a trauma response.
Yep, it is a trauma response. Never seeing your mom take a break, never seeing her being catered to, never seeing her being loved correctly, or never seeing her actually have the moment to relax. I speak about in my previous relationship how I used to sneak to take a nap, like, because it was like, what are you doing? Like, why are you sleeping? So many things that need to be done or that you could be doing. Mm-hmm. And it was like, I do think that is an expectation of certain men, that when they hear soft, they think lazy, or they think, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my take on that.
Yeah.
So how do we balance softness with not being taken advantage of?
Oh, that's a good question too. Mm-hmm. I don't think at this big age for me, my softness can be taken advantage of. And what I mean by that is I'm so intentional about how I show up. There's no manipulating me, not in real life. Like, I show up authentically. I try to be my best self. Mm-hmm. And the only life that I'm willing to live is one that is of softness.
Hello.
And so anybody I attract, that's friends, men, anything in between, family, you put anything in that category. I'm not living outside of what softness looks like. Okay. And so, what do you think?
So I set the standard initially in any friendship, any relationship, any job, that I find myself in. I really set that standard, and it's how I present myself, and that is truly behind intention. Yes. So that you are introduced to me that way, and I don't have anything less to show you. Yeah. So that's kind of how I do that. Can you tell me about a time of how soft energy, just the soft life energy worked in your favor?
I feel like it works in my favor all the time.
It does. Tamara.
If we could, if we can be honest, I think that I approach all situations with soft girl energy. Again, that's everything from how I handle my friends to, I really try not to be, I feel like how you do one thing is how you do everything. Yeah. And I'm very intentional about that. Yeah. To me, the privilege in basking in your soft girl energy is how people respond to you. I seen this thing, and we were talking about law of attraction. So this girl said that she wore a dress to the airport, and she just low-key just put that shit on. She decided one day, I'm dressing up to go to the airport. And it's how everybody treated her so much differently. It was from opening the doors and, no, she shouldn't do that. And there's just a level of respect that you get when people see your femininity and see it in an authentic way. And it doesn't have to be by way of wearing a dress. To me, it's by way of not elevating my voice. It's by way of, softening my tone and being intentional with my words and speed of which I talk. Like, all of the things kind of play into how I low-key take advantage of the soft girl life, but it's very much with intention. So what do you think?
I'm only laughing, you guys, because I truly feel this way about Tamara. Like, when we talk about speaking from a place of wetness, Tamara got this soft, supple, she got maple syrup that hangs from every word. Let's just say that.
But I mean it. That's my favorite space to be in. Yeah. I feel like when you've been through so much, everything from like love to childhood trauma to just all of the things, having permission to just be soft is such a privilege to me that I don't take it for granted. And I take advantage of it every chance I get. But I feel like Misty do the same thing. So girl, don't play the player now.
I feel like I code switch.
She code switch. Because when it's a man, baby.
Yeah, I shut up for him.
A little bit.
I feel like it works in my favor by how I present myself. I dress how I want to be addressed. So that to me is rising and dressing for every occasion, whether that's to go to the grocery store, whether that's me working from home. I still put that shit on.
No, let's put a pin there. Y'all know how most people work from home? business at the top, party at the bottom. They got on pajamas. They got on house shoes. Misty show up to work from home in heels. Like, somebody can see her feet. Like, she takes it so serious. You talking showing up? Phuket gonna show up. She's gonna put that stuff on and when she say everywhere she goes, that's not an exaggeration. That's not a lie. If I'm working out with Misty, Misty got that shit on. If I'm at a random quick meetup for something, Misty's putting that stuff on. If we have a quick meeting for podcast stuff, Misty's going out of her way to always be presentable, and it's very much admirable. I love that. You're just a girl.
And you know what? I try to have my friends show up in that way too. Like, I really do. Let's go on a friend's date. Like let's have a moment to dress up. And if you ever pay attention, when you are dressed as your best self, you literally present yourself as such.
And only laugh because with me, it's like pulling teeth. Sometimes Misty be like, just put some clothes on. Girl, I came here to dance. And
so you going to wear the skull cap today? That's what you doing?
Like, you about to stress people out just to look cute to go eat. Girl, we about to eat and be done with it. But Misty do not play that. Put your clothes on, okay? Put all the clothes you bought on. She don't play like that.
No, seriously.
But I do love it.
So softness attracts calm energy, right? Secure energy. Hardness, that's chaos. Like, I just feel like anything rough, anything fast, anything hard is just completely uncomfortable for me. And it lets me know to go the opposite direction. That's in friend groups, that's in relationships, that's in any way where I feel that that's the energy that I'm going to be met with. So that's a part of soft life as well when it comes to just presenting yourself that way so that you're met with the same energy.
And see, that's what I mean by the whole attraction thing. Like, and you and I kind of understand what that looks like.
Yep.
There's no chasing when it comes down to the soft life that you want. There is sitting in the energy and then attracting what that looks like.
Yep.
And it's just about observing and seeing who kind of matches what that vibe is. I don't see a chase in that. So
let's really talk about the attraction part. When you're not operating in a soft life energy, think about the type of energy that you truly are attracting, right? You're attracting the men who want you to get the door for yourself. You're attracting the men that want, you to pay the bill. You're attracting, the friendships that, don't mean you your best good. Like, those are the situations that you attract when you don't really prioritize a soft life. So by making this a priority, I feel like it automatically weeds out the things that aren't supposed to be there. That's, in my opinion, that's what it does. You ever been drawn to the wrong person because you overgave your energy?
Yeah. Don't look at me like that.
I didn't realize that was
it was just such a sour question to throw out there, Yes, if you want to talk about it. It took so much reflection behind that situation to like really understand how I showed up. Coming from a space where I've always just attracted, like, I've never had to like overly try to impress or, it's either we align or we don't.
Yeah.
It's never been me overextending myself in any capacity. And then you run into that one person where it's just,
I want to humble you.
It's a completely, and I don't even know if humbling or humility was the end goal for this particular person. I just think that there was a misalignment in energy at some point. Yeah. And I overcompensated for that misalignment.
He was living the soft life.
Come on, girl.
He was living the soft life
and
energy.
I will allow men to enjoy themselves around me and bask in the softness that I bring to the table.
Peace.
And I also curate an environment that makes men feel like that you are living a soft life. Like, you shouldn't feel like you are overly exerting yourself with a partner. So I do fill in gaps and I do try to make it make sense. But doing it for people who can't reciprocate and who is not in a space to receive that can feel like you are overextending that energy. Yeah. And so where some people shut down, they become jaded, they are just like, no, people just don't love and appreciate me. I'm able to understand capacities and understand that everybody doesn't have the same capacity. And so the life that I choose to live is not for everybody. And the type of man that I want in my life understands that Tamira's always going to live a soft girl life. Always. Yeah. And any man I've ever dealt with, 99% of them
Understood
has always
that.
understood Tamira's always going to live a soft girl life.
You know, I've definitely found myself on that end of giving too much of my energy. But what I will say is, those type of men kind of those situations highlight they stick out like a sore thumb. Like I said, it's really 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 uncomfortable, uncomfortable space for you to be in. So speaking of a time I actually gave too much of that energy. I did that a couple times.
I mean, because when you are genuinely a lover girl,
Yeah.
and you are made up of love, I don't know how to show up any other way.
Okay, so let's say it like this. To me, living the soft life in terms of dating means truly being vulnerable,
Okay.
right? So I've had situations where I've been my softest, most feminine, most vulnerable self. All the things that women are made up of when it comes to actually being able to express your emotions and use your words and speak from a place of feeling. We are emotional beings,
Yes.
right? And I feel like any real man or any man that's basking in his masculinity should welcome that and comfort that,
I
right?
agree.
So I've been in spaces where I've been too vulnerable to the wrong man, and to me, I feel like I gave too much of my soft life energy to the wrong person.
And I feel like that's almost worse than time and money. Like, because again, you give all of this, and then what they gonna do with it? Hold it in their back pocket and then never talk to you again. It's such a weird, raw space to be in. So I completely understand.
They put it in the closet with the rest of the feelings that they didn't give a fuck about.
You can tell we done dated a man or two.
Okay, what little things instantly repel soft energy? Impatience.
Oh, quickly.
Oh, I can't stand to be rushed. I cannot stand.
This is coming from somebody who will take a whole bubble bath knowing we got somewhere to be in 10 minutes. Like, girl, what are you doing? Because what's tea? Do you want us to get to where we going or not? So, yeah, you might be the problem in that. But I'm listening.
No. Rush just in general. Okay, we're going out to eat. All right, what you want to eat? And I'm, well, hurry up and find something. Figure out something because we,
Takes you out of
it
your
makes
element.
me
No,
anxious.
that's fair.
It makes me like uptight, and it brings me out of that energy instantly.
That's fair. What takes me out of my soft girl energy? Inconsistency. Inconsistency and being met with not nice energy. I don't do being yelled at. I don't do being...
And not nice to Tamara is being told no.
Literally. And that's literally not nice energy. And who the hell? Like, oh, you hate me? Do you hate me? Because it's
Come
getting
get
like
me.
you really don't even like me. So why are we doing this? Why are we here? Yeah, like being met with not nice energy. That takes me out my soft girl element. And I don't like that.
Yeah. See, soft, soft doesn't mean you fold. Boundaries are part of the power, so saying no is actually sexy.
To the right person. Because some
Not
people
to
think
you.
I just be being, real weird when the whole time.
Yo,
I just don't be wanting that to
I
be it.
truly had to learn how to say no. And once I had learned it, okay, I never stopped. That's my favorite thing.
So how do you say no and still live a soft life?
I say it real soft and nice.
Mm-hmm.
No. No.
No. I don't really know how to say no. I need to grow up. I've gotten much better, especially like family and shit. Like, hell no.
Listen, y'all, she really don't.
So
I just asked
bad.
Tamara, listen, this is how much she don't say no. I think towards Friday. Okay, towards the evening of Friday.
Yeah, I was going to indulge.
I said, "Oh, Tamara, you want to go to the Nutcracker?" She was like, "When is it?" "It's tomorrow."
Like,
all right, fuck it.
She want me to go find a ball gown. I'm like, let's figure this out. I really suck at saying no. Unless it's going out. Like, if it's going out, baby, I'm out. You can go ahead
she
and
will
just
say
count
no.
me
We
out.
going outside
I
after
have
this? No.
No problem saying no to that, baby. I'm done, okay?
We was just talking about you today. He was like, "Y'all going outside after the show?" I was like, I'm filming with Tamara. He was like, "Yeah, her ass ain't going nowhere."
The judgment, the way they know me, though. Outside just ain't for me. It don't correspond with my soft girl life. You gotta be out there too long. It's cold. That's not gonna be for me. Okay.
Okay.
Phuket.
Ever had to cut somebody off just to protect your energy?
All the time.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't even got no whole mama side of the family at this point.
Me is
the whole mama side of the family, girl. I don't even have a whole side of the family to protect my energy. Yes, ma'am, because I'm going to live a soft life.
I done cut family off so many times. I don't have a problem cutting off family. I don't have a problem cutting off men.
It ain't none of that.
I have probably had my most time cutting off friendships because protecting my energy. Like, I mean, just the energy vampires of that. And I just want to dig into that. Right? So say you're a girl like myself who grew up extra hood, okay? And I still got that in me. It ain't on me. It ain't on me, it's in me. Mm-hmm. But
that's that south side of Chicago, y'all. We weren't doing all that on the west side.
Yes, y'all was.
They got some shit going on
y'all
south. That's what I mean.
Y'all, we not gonna do this today.
They got some shit going on down south.
But I found myself, because they met me there, they met me back there. Mm-hmm. I find myself in friendships where they can't believe what they're seeing and the growth that they're witnessing. And they also don't believe I deserve it. They also don't know how I got there. So I find myself protecting my energy from friends that have that remained version of me. So to me, that's protecting my energy because you're not necessarily growing with me. And it's time for me to kind of like, expel those friends or whatever, to clean up my friend circle, to ensure that I am constantly surrounded by women who are committed to growth. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of how I've kind of had to protect my energy over the years with friendships.
Yeah, I think for me it's been, if it comes down to men, if you are argumentative, if I have to overly explain myself, if it feels like, it's too difficult, it's automatically a no for me.
Yeah.
And then I've been very gracious in friendships to where I don't really have a whole lot of that. I feel like all of my friends genuinely want to see me win. Like, they really just be like, you know what, hell yeah. I really believe that. So, yeah, I love that.
I will. How do you stay soft when someone is hot, cold, or shady? That's a challenge for me, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you. That is something I have to completely be honest about. I am constantly in this space of trying to learn to stay composed and keep my energy consistent no matter what's being presented in front of me. Sometimes I am easily triggered. Like, I keep it real cute, real feminine, very much ladylike, but something that triggers me can make me instantly respond, and I'm really trying to tame that. So I don't really have the best advice when it comes to that. I'm kind of seeking the advice and still healing in that area so that I can, compose myself.
For me, I think I've learned to just acknowledge the human in everybody. Like, we are all on our own journeys. Everybody's going through something individually every single day. And I've made the decision that it's not my responsibility to monitor, to stabilize, or to do anything with anybody else's energy.
Oh, yeah.
I can show up consistently. I can be who I say I am in real life, and either it aligns or it does not. So for me, when people get hot, cold, they start doing the most, I literally just keep my energy consistent and move around.
Yeah.
And denied access is usually how I deal with that because,
Okay.
But I try to humanize them.
So when have you been too hard or too soft in dating? And what did you learn?
Too soft would be staying in situations longer than I ever needed to. And most of the time, it was me trying to like level out the energy and like make people see me even when they couldn't. And that's everything from like marriage to all of the things. What was the second part of your question?
And what did you learn from them?
I learned that I can only control me and that people will show up where they're at in life and you can either meet them there or move around. And I just think that people are so unaware of themselves that sometimes they don't even know that the energy shifts. And I'm so sensitive to energy that I have to navigate it in a responsible way or I'm literally going to let people just shake me left to right all the time. And like I don't have time for that. Like, I have to make sure that I stabilize myself And so it's a disconnection that I do.
I can't say that I've been too soft, but I don't like the word of being too hard. What I will say I am is very firm. I'm very, very firm. And I won't say too firm, right? I know that I'm very firm because I've had to learn to be that way. Being too soft to me got me ran over, you know? So now over the years, I've learned to be super firm, which enforced my boundaries. And now I don't really get played with as much.
That's why I don't double back. That's, baby, when I'm done, I'm done. Ain't no coming back to Tamara, baby. You drop that, you drop that. I don't double back.
So we want to bring up something funny. There was a time I was too soft. And like I said, soft to me means vulnerability. It was a space where I was really just letting my feelings out. Letting out all my concerns, really just like trying to, because I like to talk about things and I want to talk about it right now, you know? And this man told me, land your plane. In the middle of me saying, well, I just feel like he inserted himself and said, land your plane.
Missy, how did that make you feel?
What? I wanted to come through the phone. I could not believe. But it was one of the moments where I stopped in my tracks and was like, I have an issue, y'all. It takes me 20 minutes or so to realize I'm being insulted.
Then when she finally realized,
then I'd be mad as hell.
Because that land your plane didn't land
I
at
was
first.
so mad. I was like, what?
Cackled, okay? Like you let somebody told you to land your plane.
And I was like, well,
what do you
we can go ahead and end the call right now.
I mean, I think he was telling you that land your goddamn plane.
We're on the turf. We can end it right now.
He said, get to the gate, okay? Get to the gate. Oh,
that
shit.
was so embarrassing to bring to the group chat, y'all.
She did not want to say that out loud.
It's now an inside joke. So I'll be sitting there fussing at them, and they just blurt out, land your plane.
Land your plane, bro. Like,
they don't care about my feelings. They hate me.
We're not good people.
How do you decide who gets your energy, you know, in terms of you being soft? Because some people just truly don't deserve it.
Everybody gets the soft version of me.
Okay.
And then when you don't deserve the soft version of me, you get no version of me. Like, there is no compromise on that. I will not be anything other than the soft version of Tamara. So everybody gets that. And then the second you don't deserve it, I mean, ask people, they would cut off.
Okay, so I got to bring in a scenario, right? We live in Minneapolis, Minnesota. We live in the Twin Cities.
Some of us, I'm moving. Okay, I'm listening.
Don't remind me. We are both from Chicago. She is from the west side. I am from the south side. There comes a time where I know that I've moved away from home and I've been away from home so long that I don't really have that south side funk on me no more in terms of like, you know, I got the...
Misty, you would sit here on these people's microphone in front of this good light.
I'm not talking about...
In front of this camera and
I got the funk on me still.
I feel like it's in you, not on you.
Okay. Exactly. So because I present myself, right, as a lady, right, I feel like when I hit Chicago, the minute I'm home and I got to stop at the gas station, right? I got to stop at the gas station or I got to run into the corner store or whatever. And here go my accent coming out. And I have to run into the grocery
she got
store.
No R. She not pronounce nothing. To the store. Where you go? Come on, Misty.
And I opened the door.
Yes, when you went.
And then I hit the flow. No,
yes.
I'm just playing.
Where's
so, I feel like I do present as soft. Like that's initially what we do, right? But then it's somebody ignorant that come around because you don't look like you're from there, carry yourself like you're from there, talk like you're from there. And you got to let it out because you got to let them know, like, G, stop playing with me, G. So just stop
That's
playing.
why I said it's not like on you, it's in you.
Yes,
you know?
And it's like, obviously, this is who I am. This is who I am. But when I'm back home, I find myself having to show, hey, all right now, this ain't that.
But I think that's the main reason why I say people don't change, situations do. Everything that you are, you are.
That is true.
Different things highlighted, different things bring other things to the forefront. But I just feel like situationally, you show up differently. Yeah, no, I stay out the gas station, Misty. I mean, that's a good thing.
Let's talk about it. So one thing I'm soft about, but never weak in, would be work.
Oh, I was just about to say that, baby.
Girl, work. That is a place that I have truly instilled some boundaries and implemented some boundaries. So I am very soft. I'm very can do. I can do that for you. I'm all of those things. But when I feel like I'm being taken advantage of or just not considered in terms of how much you're putting on me, that's when I'm never weak. Like I said, I'm very firm when it comes to that. Very professional, very ladylike, but very firm.
I would say, in most of my relationships, especially in like parenting, I am very soft.
Yeah.
Where, I make it make sense. These kids barely get a whooping. Say that for another episode. But I'm also very firm. I don't play. They know, baby, go play with your grandma. Don't play with me. Like, this is not going to be any of that. And so like I said, I try to do how you do one thing is how you do everything. That way nobody feels like they get an inconsistent version of me. Like, oh, she be nice to these men, but she treat us like crap. Like, no, my friends get the same treatment. It's the same as my sisters. It's the same as these kids. Everybody gets the same playing field. And then, we modify the levels as you see fit. But,
Yeah. Nope, I totally agree. One boundary I refuse to compromise in terms of being soft is, like I said, relationships. Like, I truly feel like when I'm at home or anybody that I'm giving that much of myself to or that knows me on that level, you shouldn't want to see me any other way. Like, you shouldn't want to see me upset. You shouldn't want to see me, like, really japping off. You shouldn't want to see me in that way. So you should only want to bring out the softest version of me.
That was the sweetest way I've heard somebody say japping off. Like, first of all, I ain't heard japping in so long. So Chicago.
Shut up!
This is the way you keep proving.
Just the girl from Chicago.
Just the Chicago girl. What's a boundary that I'm probably never going to let up on? That's a good question. Probably how I choose to spend my time. And that's everything from, I know it's intimidating that I have like all of these friendships, I have family, I have children, like I show up for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And part of my soft girl life is being able to show up for the ones that show up for me. So that's everything from traveling to when I want to, and dinners, and if who cats want to get together on a random Tuesday night. That's a luxury that I don't think I'm ever gonna fold on, because those are spaces that healed and fulfilled me at my weakest, at my worst, at my saddest. Like, I'm gonna always pour back into those spaces because they allowed me to just be, and so I'm gonna always curate that.
So this was fun, you guys. This wraps up the end of the episode. I'd like to say softness is strategy, energy is currency, boundaries amplify attraction, magnetic women don't chase, they attract.
Oh, I love those MILF tickets. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
So don't forget to love on a MILF today, even if it's
just yourself.
Thanks so much for tuning in.
All right, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Am I really that much to handle? Breaking these niggas down like a camel.